I guess as scientists, I belong to this small community where we always have been curious about understanding the world, where we come from. I remember when I was a child with my twin brother, we used to be in the yard and just looking at the sky and trying to figure out what is behind those stars and asking ourselves crazy questions. There's a big issue when you're a kid. Each time you go to the next grade, your options are starting to shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink. And that was against my vision of how the world is, which is being able to do everything. Because everything has a connection with everything else. That's how I see the world. You throw a rock in the water, you have those rings. You look at a map, as far as drawing a mountain, you also have rings. There's got to be something similar with each other. So I've always been driven by that. So my choice in moving forward in education was always, what track can I choose so that I'm still able to do as much as possible? What does physicists do? Trying to understand where we come from, and also trying to share information. I would say that we are a very rare type of breed, I guess, where we love to go to conferences to meet new people. And that's something that I found very fascinating and very rewarding. We love to, whatever we learn, we want to pass it along. Medical physics, one of the primary efforts right now out there is to help people dealing with cancer. Okay? So you're talking about first imaging that tumor and getting rid of that tumor. And the tool that is being used is primarily radiation. This is a field where people come, they're sick, they knock at your door, and whatever you have, you need to help them. So although what exists from the imaging to the beam to all of the technology out there is not perfect, you want to help them. So I'm currently the president of the National Society of Black Physicists, and who promotes the well-being of African American physicists and society at large. This minority community, this is an untapped community, obviously. There's the number of African American that could get to the job market can be substantial and can contribute substantially to the economy of this country. So it's up to us to make the right story, that people realize, hey, we need to pay attention and be sure that those people are actually getting what they're supposed to get, because otherwise we lose. Right now, the historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs as we call them, are kind of an endangered species to some degree. Most of the physics departments across the nation are actually either closing or in danger of closing or being merged with others. And in addition, most of those students are coming from middle class or poor neighborhood, which means that the challenge in their family to bring their kids to the best education is not something that is trivial. Okay? So to start from, you have to deal with an environment which is not easy. But science has to be a priority, and we have to back that up. You cannot just say, yes, do it, but you don't put the funding, you don't put the proper environment to be sure that they're going to succeed. Number one, the more you learn, it's not that the smarter you get, but the more prepared you are. Number two, whatever you learn through a textbook or on TV, or when you try to go beyond that, try to find out, is it true? And even if it's true, there's something else behind it.